Hello, everyone. I'm Krasi. Yesterday, we witnessed the crowning of the King Charles. I was thinking already well in advance that to crown a king right after lunar eclipse, even after the solar eclipse, right after eclipse corridor, and still in under the influence of the eclipse corridor, I was thinking, what is this? Why would they do that? This is very, very strange. At first sight, unfortunate. Then today I was looking at the horoscope of Charles and at the horoscope of the coronation. Now the coronation officially started 11 o'clock, around 11, but the first procedures, rituals, 11:46, and at 12:02 was the exact coronation as far as I understood from media. Anyhow, even if a couple of minutes are not right, the whole procedure started after 11. And I made a horoscope, and you will be amazed what I will show you. First of all, of course, in a second, I'm going to share my screen with you. But very interesting. First of all, crowning a king after eclipse. When eclipse, since forever, is considered to be very dramatic, very unfortunate event. Then we have one omen, very important omen in the eclipse. I said about this in previous two videos. This is Jupiter, who participates in the eclipse as invisible. And Jupiter is with Rahu. And this is something bad for the king. And I was thinking, did somebody trick him? And obviously, this date is very carefully chosen by astrologer or more astrologers, because these people, they work with a team of astrologers, diviners. These people are very, very well informed occultists. So I have no doubt at all that it's a date which is not just taken randomly. This is a date very carefully chosen. Let me show you the horoscope of Charles. One small second. All right. Trying to share my screen. Okay. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to. Very briefly, this is his horoscope. Look, he has no wonder he was in the shadow of his mother all his life, because you see, all planets are below the horizon, in the waxing moon situation, Cancer ascendant, the ascendant degree is right in the nebula, which is very unfortunate. And then the moon, which is ruling him, is also in unfortunate degree. Now, yeah, this I will. There's no need to discuss his horoscope now. Indeed, of course, he was who he was because of the lucky placements and the visible Mercury and Jupiter trining his moon, like really supporting his moon from the 6th house. So obviously, of course, and the grand trine, see Saturn, Jupiter moon. Obviously, there is some dose of luck in this horoscope. Now, I will show you, remember, ascendant, 12-degree Cancer, moon, 7-degree with Rahu, Aries. And remember, Charles has return of the nodes, and the eclipses took place right on his axis of rank, success, 10th, 4th house. Let me show you now the horoscope of of the coronation of yesterday. You will see interesting things. Look what we have here. Yesterday, 6th of May. Ascendant Cancer, 20th degree, but this is a bit questionable because everything started at 11. So the degree might be a little bit slightly different. He had 12th degree Ascendant Cancer. We're talking about 20th degree. Like I'm telling you, this is the exact degree may be variable. Look what we have. The moon, remember, was in the 7th degree Aries. And now the moon is in opposition. Void, of course, the moon has no course. After eclipse, we had lunar eclipse, the moon was challenged. Rahu again in the same degree. And instead of moon, we have Jupiter, Mercury, Sun, Uranus on the 10th house, but they make opposition to the moon. Now, you know the concept that every beginning, and this is Hermetic concept, by the way, every beginning is determining how the whole cycle, how the whole procedure or event or life of a person will look like. This particular horoscope is more or less mirroring the horoscope of Charles, but exactly mirroring like an opposition, because all these planets in his horoscope were below the horizon, now they are above, but the moon is below the horizon in a 30th degree. You will tell me, yes, but when the procedure started, the moon was not void, of course. No, the moon was void, of course, because she was still in the last 3 degrees of the horoscope. And even if she was not void, of course, she was receiving aspect from Mars. But moon in last 3 degrees in Libra is not a good moon. This is evil degree. And this is horoscope of the crowning, meaning this horoscope will determine his rulership. And this is a horoscope is trying to fix the missing links, if you want, in the natal horoscope of Charles, because his horoscope is not that fortunate. As you see, 76 years, he did not manage to become king. So remember the omen, Jupiter, invisible, in the moment of the eclipse, is showing some challenges, issues with the king. And I'm telling you, I think that he has good astrologers. I don't think that there are astrologers with mediocre qualities. I think they know what they're doing. So, midheaven hit by eclipse. Eclipse is a turning point. I think they want like a quick fix, or they want this portal really to bring good, amazing changes to him, probably. Or somebody tricked him, or they don't want him to stay long, or they don't want his ruling momentum not to last long. This is one thing. Then the moon, when in such degrees, represents him because he's ruling the ascendant, but the moon represents the people, and this is bad for the people. This would mean that the people will be very, very, very unfortunate with his kingship. Very, very unfortunate. Also, you see Saturn is also in a very specific phase. Now, in addition, Venus, Mars in the 12th house, Saturn in the 12th house. This is not a very joyful configuration. To me, this will bring very challenging ruling years. If maybe we're not even talking about years of Charles, very, very challenging for him and very unpleasant, unhappy for the people. This may totally bring destruction to the English culture, nature, people, because the moon has no course. People will be stuck into something that they did not really choose. And in addition, I will remind you, Jupiter, the king, Jupiter is in ancient Babylonian mythology is Marduk. Marduk, this is the great king. He was the patron deity of Babylon. He's invisible. Yes, they put him right on mid-heaven. This doesn't make him powerful. And Jupiter is representing the king. Even if we take that Saturn is representing the king, Saturn is in the 8th house, which is showing lots of games behind the scenes, not in the best interests of people. You will see this kingship to be very full of scandals, gossips, games behind the scenes, and the English people will be suffering because the moon, which represents the people, is in bad degrees and is with Ketu. Totally, like people will be forgotten. Wherever Ketu is, we are detaching ourselves from that. People will be forgotten. The well-being of the nation will be forgotten. Even Jupiter, which is ruling, the police, the state, which is ruling in this horoscope also finances, is invisible. Venus, which is ruling money, is in the 12th house. This can be a beginning, if not continuation, because there is world economy crisis, but this will be continuation of the destruction of the economy of the country. So let's see what this will bring. But to me, to crown a king after eclipse is a joke. And I can tell you one thing, in very ancient times, there were dates, lunar dates, when you crown the king. Normally, this is when the moon is very young because they wanted to denote youth to the king. Why would you take waning moon, which says that the days of the king are limited, when you can take very young moon, 1st of Nisan, 2nd up to 5th of Nisan, maximum. 5th of Nisan was day when they were crowning the king. And here we're crowning the king on the 15th when the moon is waning. Let's see what this will bring. But it is very, very strange. Looks like set up, like somebody doesn't wish him a good luck. Well, unfortunately, this is by no means not even not. I don't know which astrology would say that this choice of a date is good. Astrology is based on mathematics, exact astronomical degrees, and this is valid for any astrology: Vedic, Chinese, Babylonian, any. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have comments, I will be reading them with great interest, because are you sharing my opinion on that? I want to know. Interesting topic. Please comment. All the best to you.